Hello, X-Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play XCOM Apocalypse with me, BlueAnkylo. Today, we're starting our episode with a UFO mission. Hopefully it won't take too long, and we might have to do a little bit of checking for infiltrations, perhaps, but if possible, we'll just keep pushing the clock forward as we try to craft our first cool XCOM ship, and continuing to kick the aliens off the planet. So far, it's been pretty smooth sailing for the last little while. I'm hoping to take charge of the air game here in the next week or so, and not that we've been really losing ships for a while, but we've also had like pretty light UFO waves for a while, so I'm not surprised that it's been a bit easier. So fortunately, we do start right beside the entrance to the UFO. I always like this because it just saves a lot of time. The aliens are rarely outside of the UFO anyway, and if we're right here, then we might as well just set up a line and see if they come out to play. Which they do pretty often. I suppose if I get some comments that people I don't know if I'd say don't like, but if people are like, Blue, you always use the same tactic, you should try something else, I might be willing to try something else. Most of my logic here is I'm using what works, and I kind of want to stick with what's safe. Although, as we get more and more overpowered, I'll be more willing to try, like... There we go, that was the square. I'll be more willing to try less safe strategies until we start losing people, and then I'll go back to the safe strategies. There we go. Clear out a few of the debris. That just makes things a little bit easier on the rest of us. Now, I'm not sure how well our line of sight will work over this ledge, but yeah, you know, we'll see what happens. Okay, and then the final squad. I also would say that perhaps bringing 18 soldiers per mission is a little bit overpowered. Like, now it's not even like I'm only bringing 2 passenger modules per interceptor here. But maybe this is more than the game designers kind of expected you to field. So maybe the game is turning out to be a little bit easier than anticipated because I've got, you know, maybe 50% more soldiers than you're supposed to have. On the other hand, I feel like it's also pretty clear that you're designed to be able to bring 36 soldiers at maximum. That's what... You know, the maximum squad size is 6x6. So the fact that I'm bringing 18 is only half of that. Like, doesn't feel like it's too abusive, but what do I know? Alright. Nobody came out of the ship on the turn 1, so that's... Honestly, I prefer it that way. It gives me more time to set up. But what I will try to do is blow open these doors from far away. Not the greatest shots there from Leroy. Let's move people into the full line formation here. Actually, let's get lots of shots just to increase our chances. There we go. Can we get the other door? No, not quite. Is it... This is a double door too, just like our last mission. Okay, everyone's sort of in position again. Oops, no. Pretty much every episode that has to happen at least once. Alright, let's try to blow up some more doors here. There we go. All the doors destroyed. Perfect line of sight other than all the smoke. Which, honestly, I might just wait till the smoke clears, because right now there's so much smoke. If there were aliens here, we actually probably couldn't see them. Especially if they're cloaked. And I hate rushing in to poppers and stuff, because that's how you lose people. And there might be a bunch of aliens in there, just by how slow this is going. This was like a transport ship, so it's more likely to have large numbers than the sort of... The ships that are more like attack-oriented have fewer troops, I think. The ones that are meant to shoot you down and bomb you. I think I'm just going to wait a couple turns for the fire to go away. I know it's not the most exciting, but I think it'll speed things up in the long run, actually. Heard some hissing. And some tiki-tiki-tiki. I'm really hoping, though, that we find some new alien types soon. Not that I think the game is stale or anything, but there could be more, variety in the early game. Alright, what do we got? That's a Skeletoid. A uncloaked Skeletoid shouldn't be too difficult. Not getting great shots here. Unlike the last UFO, the layout gives them a bit of a tunnel that kind of helps protect them from sideways or angled line of sight shots. But we got him. One down. Many to go. And we may have only seen him because some of the smoke dissipated, honestly. I have heard some pros at the game will actually use the green gas grenades to more quickly remove the white smoke effect. This stuff seems to linger for a long time, but you can immediately turn it green with a green grenade, the gas grenade, and then the gas grenade lasts like 2 or 3 turns, and then it's just gone completely. Okay, that was entropy launcher, which luckily is nothing to worry about until someone's shields go down. Get some really good shots here. I think it's time to start moving in one way or the other. The safe play is to stay back here. But maybe the more interesting play is to start moving forward. I've been playing pretty safe for the last few episodes. Maybe it's time to start living on the edge a little bit more. Hopefully I've demonstrated the right way to play the game. So now when I show you the wrong way to play the game, you won't get too mad when someone dies. Still something in there taking shots. That's a popper, right? With the little smoke trail. I mean, maybe it is smarter to just stay out here, honestly. Maybe if I had rushed in there, a bunch of people would have died, because this is a pretty good ambush if we'd walked in. Honestly, I'm trying to convince myself to move in here, and I'm having a really hard time after I see all these poppers. I'm like, you know... I mean, it takes a couple poppers to destroy a shield and kill somebody, but that's how Dave Bovine II died, really? We're taking a lot of Overwatch shots. Okay. I kind of think I'm going to hold position, guys. I don't know. I mean, like, it might be more exciting if we rushed in, but more options for individual heroics. But I mean, that's like 2 poppers. They probably came in a pod of 4. If there's 2 more and we move right in here, or they sort of rush in a bit, just fall down the elevator and explode on us, you know, yeah, look, there's another one. Plus, now that there's smoke here, we can't really see in the back of the tunnel very well. Actually, this might be 2 more, yeah. Well, it's hard to say. The sprites under the smoke have kind of blended together a bit. Pyro may have took a hit. Might have taken a couple hits. I'll check our shields after this turn. Alright, so what do we got? Team 3 is good, Team 2 is good, and Team 1 is good. So if they hit anybody, they did so little damage that, well, we can barely see it. Leroy took just a sliver of damage on his shields. So return fire, Leroy. Assumedly, he'll hit eventually. So what happened there, I was just sort of showing it off. If you hold the right click down, they actually alternate between your guns. Which isn't usually what you want with two different types, but, oh yeah, we should make sure... Make sure everyone's on aimed fire. That'll make the overwatches a little bit better. If nothing comes out... I was gonna say, maybe it's time to move in. But then something came out. I think I'll move forward this turn no matter what, though. I mean, we're not going to run forward, but I'll move forward like 5 or 6 steps. We can see a spitter. They're not the biggest problem in the world. The smoke out here has finally dissipated. I think that's as far forward as I'm comfortable with right now. We still did not kill it. Come on, Leroy. Come on. Alright, let's give it a try with Skalath. Or Skalath. Alright, we got him. Is that it, maybe? No. Negatory. Alright, well, let's move some people up. Gotta have some cover for Leroy and Skalath here. And I think we'll do the double formation, the double line now. We can stand on that rock. Totally. Oops. Wasting my time units. Alright. Alright, to victory. Alright, come on, guys. If it wasn't for the smoke, we probably would have seen them come down the elevator. That's why all those poppers gave them actually surprisingly good. That's fine. I'd rather the grenade exploded out here than on top of all the corpses while we were standing in there. We probably didn't lose any loot, and I think our shields should hold up for at least one grenade. We'll see, though. Like, if a shield is worth 100 life or so, 100 HP, I think those grenades do, like, 40 or 50 damage to shields kind of thing. Surprisingly poor accuracy shooting spitters today. Like, I put everybody to aim. This is weird. Not like these guys get cloaking, right? Alright, let's see how our shields are holding up. Yeah, not bad. Now, keep in mind, they probably regenerated a little bit at the beginning of the turn, but the worst we got was Fox, probably the center of the explosion, lost about half of their shields. That's not so bad. Alright, come on, team. There we go. Is that it? Not over yet. I bet you we're getting close, though. I think next turn, if nothing pops its head out of this UFO, we'll move in. I'm kind of worried about brain suckers popping out of some of these, so being a little bit cautious. Heck, I'm being super cautious, let's be honest. Alright, let's go in. Carefully. Lots of grenades. Like I said, if a popper explodes here, boom, 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 boom. It's gonna be a little bit ridiculous. Yeah. Good for loot. Oh, look. A panicked popper. Or, not popper, spitter. Maybe he's the last enemy? No. Double check for trouble. Double check for Team Rocket. Alright, we're just gonna take a peek. We don't have a ton of time units here. Nothing right by the door. So we're gonna set up our offensive in here, and I'm gonna say this is my first risky move of the turn by rushing everybody in here. But I also feel like it's not too risky because you know, we've cleared out so many aliens already. I would expect that whatever's left in here is kind of stuck by pathfinding and can't find a way to get to the front door. And that's why we haven't seen it yet. So it's probably not too close. But I mean, I could be completely wrong. And that will make for some fun and exciting antics in the next turn. If we all explode, I will be a little bit less happy. Don't explode, don't explode, don't explode, don't explode. Okay, we didn't explode. Okay. Now that we didn't explode, let's go explore. Looks like there's nothing on that side, probably. Okay, we found another panicked spitter, which does suggest this could be the last one again. Still not the end, but... Oh, no, it is the end. Alright, well that was pretty straightforward. Yeah, go ahead is our second captain. Congratulations, yeah, go. You've survived long enough to become a captain. An impressive enough feat. Okay, so with that done, no obvious alien infestation signs. I think it's possible that there'll be a building up here that's infested because we didn't shoot the transport down immediately. It had a bit of time to fly around. But what I'm willing to do, because I'm a cool cat, is just wait it out. I don't want to save scum too much. Like, I don't feel like it's actually a bad thing to just check all the buildings and then reload. But, you know, we just did a major reload for my mess up with the Retaliator a couple episodes ago. I'd prefer not to have to do that again. Or, I feel like I kind of owe the game a not reloading for a little while. That's kind of my logic. Also, we should have a few things to sell for the monies. Always for the big bucks. Let us sell alien weapons. Devastator cannons. Let's just keep 4 of them. Boomeroids I don't even want in the first place. Brain suckers we definitely don't want. All this stuff. Even the vortex mines, as good as they are, I don't need that many. Disruptor shields, we're getting a good stock. Oh man, we're going to make so much money when we can sell these. It's going to take a while, but those are so valuable. Yeah, I like the looks of that. Same thing for the other base, except probably slightly less. So, I haven't sold anything that we crafted. This is just me selling items that we've recovered from shot down UFOs. This is, without a doubt, the best way to make profit in the middle to late game is just grabbing everything, like not using a whole lot of explosives, not using disruptors too much, but just relying on toxic gun ammo to essentially collect all the alien equipment and then just selling it all for huge profit. Definitely my favorite way of making money. Now, technically, how much are these things worth? We could also sell... Oh, we haven't researched it yet. Eventually we can sell them because we've got a couple spares. Alright. 92,000, pretty amazing. That's really good. I like it. We got some money today, guys. Maybe I should build that Scilab finally, hey? Alright. Build that side gym. While I've got it, before I just blow it on stuff. I also remember running out of some missile ammo after that last UFO encounter. So... the problem is... there's just not very many Justice missiles to buy, or profits even. Let's see. It is a new week. Actually, that's not so bad. I was thinking we were like completely sold out, but I forgot that we had a new week go by, and I never really bought out all of the new missiles. So we'll stock up on Justices and Prophets, because those are the ones we run out of the most. I've already bought the Illyrium and the Lineage Plasma Cannon, so I'm kind of stocked up on missiles. Spend a bunch of our money, that's okay. Let's put a save down, just in case a million aliens come out of that top left area. Let a little bit of time go by. And let's just have a quick look. Maybe nothing. A little bit more time go by. Illegal flyer. Man, this Psyche is like the real foe of the city factions has been Psyche. Like, they really don't seem to let things go. So where are you headed today, Psyche? So is this like a government building? It's a megapole. So they're just attacking megapole again. They got blown down, shot to smithereens. Yeah, illegal vehicles. All the hover cars from Psyche just get destroyed. Huh. This is definitely not how it went in my last game. In the last game, essentially, people started hating me a lot quicker. Maybe because I was new and I blew more stuff up. And I didn't pay anybody off, really, like I have been this time. Now, another couple weeks, and I bet you a bunch of these will go hostile. But anyway, I definitely didn't observe quite the hostility between one gang, basically, Psyche and Megapole, back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, kind of neat. Still no alien report. We might have done a really good job of just shutting that down completely, actually. That last UFO wave, you know, that was a good one. Oh, you know what I might have forgotten about? Because I was, like, speeding through time to get back, because, like, I had to reload when I messed up my construction. I probably forgot to check for more engineers, actually. Okay, I'm going to buy the 94 to work on the current... Hold on, just let me see. Let me think about this. Nah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start recruiting engineers to work in the new Zenobia large workshop, because it'll be built pretty soon. And we're going to need 10, so that's 4 out of 10. We do have a passable quantum physicist here. Honestly, we're almost at the point of wanting to fire 5 of them anyway. So I don't think it matters much. And none of the soldiers are so amazing that I care much. So we just want to get enough engineers to fill up this workshop, and we're pretty much done for hiring scientists and engineers. Alright. Disruptor inversion bomb. I already talked about it. I'm going to not accidentally switch my production to it. Let's just keep researching. What I will do here is, because I think this is a less valuable research choice, what I'm going to do is set the disruptor armor, which is probably the most useful of our current research. I'm going to switch that lab to the targeting modules, and I'll set the really big lab to finish up the disruptor armor, because it's going to be... Well, assuming we've got the money, we're going to switch all of our small workshops to start building this pretty quick, and that should be fun. We're heading to the end game gear here pretty quick. So now we are exactly at the point where I reloaded from that previous mess up. So let's make a proper save at this point. Double check for aliens. Looking good. Megapole and Psyche, back and forth, back and forth. We should be finished with our first vessel in an hour or two. That's what I really want to show off today. That's the plan. Show this guy off. Making more progress on that. Toxic guns are just being crafted like mad. We don't even really need the money right now, but may as well. Still no biochemistry projects, right? Well, we'll get some of those soon enough. The shields are coming. This thing doesn't really matter. We'll get it eventually. Okay. Time goes on. Alright, the Retaliator is complete. We'll probably just build another one. I mean, who am I kidding? I need more Retaliators. Build me Retaliators. So, that took a little over 3 days. Not bad. 3 days, 6 hours by the looks of things. And now, the mighty, mighty Retaliator. Let's go to base to look at it, I guess. There she is. Beautiful. She could equip 3 medium disruptors. And that's pretty good, right? And she can also equip 4 shields. And because these are less likely to be troop transports, I can just leave the shields on them. And then we can just go point blank, pew 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 with disruptors. And that's a pretty darn effective weapon layout. So if we compare them to a Hawk, the Hawks are actually pretty similar stat-wise. Hawks get like 10 more HP, but the Retaliator gets 20 more armor, which is a pretty big deal. Top speeds are about the same, assuming you've got the best engines. So we just get the best engines for free. It doesn't use fuel, so these guys, we don't have to pay for fuel. I think we get less base passengers, but that's fine. It's less weight, and I'm not sure how that affects the formula, but it might work out that it's a little bit more agile in combat. But the stats look the same, so I'm not sure about that. Anyway, that's our first one. It's pretty cool. I will definitely want more. And while I'm thinking about it, I need more shields, basically, now. If I want to keep the Hawks, I'll probably sell them eventually, but for now, I'd rather, because I could fully arm this, I didn't need any of my Hawk weapons. I might as well have 2 Hawks and a Retaliator at base. We'll need some names for these, so, you know, I'm quite a few videos in recording ahead, and some of the suggestions were to use, like, BAF for Blue Air Force, and so that's just kind of a handle. And then a name from another game or something that we played, like Might Magic 6 was pretty popular. Commander was one of the soldiers, one of the heroes from there. So we can do stuff like that with these guys. Once we get to the Retaliators, they won't be obsoleted, but like eventually we're going to be selling these hover bikes and stuff probably, but we won't be getting rid of these probably ever, is kind of my thinking. So permanent names for those makes even more sense. Cool. Well, let's let a little bit more time go by. Should be fine. Maybe should start splitting up. Hey, Megapole and Psych finally made a peace. Good for them after weeks of blowing each other up. Was it because, like, Psych ran out of money or something, maybe? No, the same as always. Alright, let me split up my forces a little bit. So this guy, the Blue Air Force Commander, is currently in... oh, that's right, this is what I was... Right, so one of the things I was going to do and then forgot to do is reassign some shields. Because the next event will probably be another UFO attack at some point. So I don't have enough personal combat shield or aircraft shields right now. So I'm just gonna have to divvy them up as best we can. Now this one can be fully equipped. Oh look, another new alien weapon. That must have been on the whatchamacallit, the escort or the whatever the troop transport that we shot down. Interesting. So the 2 other Hawks that are at New Sorpagal base won't have enough shields in total. So they're going to kind of have to share. And I'm not sharing the Retaliator shields. It gets all 4. So these guys get 2 each. That should be enough for now. I mean, I'd rather have all 4, but... Wait. This guy only has an SD special? Oh, that's the right one. It's the Elite. How did I forget to upgrade one of my engines? The Elite and the Special. I need to buy a Special for this base. Whoops. Alright, well, let's pick that up. I must have been really broke and I just didn't have enough money for it at the time. Okay. And upgrade engines. I mean, we're not making a... Well, actually, the acceleration makes a huge difference. 2 acceleration, 2... More than double. Like, the top speed doesn't change much, but the acceleration is a huge difference. So I think that's probably a smart thing. Don't be like Blue. Don't do what Blue do. Do better. Okay. Did I have any spare? Okay, one thing I had to do before I forget is I need to move the new alien weapon from Zenobia to New Sorpigal for research. We'll just say alien artifact for now. Here we go. That's the new one. Send it on over. Also, I'm going to move these 2 shields over. And I'm actually going to move the disruptor cannons over as well, because we're crafting the retaliators in Zenobia right now. New Sorpigal will start up eventually, but for now, we'll move that over, and also the medium disruptors. As soon as we finish crafting it, we'll be ready to equip it. Okay. Let that happen real quick. So now, if we get attacked by aliens, I figure it's better to have the shields equipped and charged up than just sitting around doing nothing. And actually, we've got a probably more important thing to research. Well, I don't know. Actually, we can't research it. Did it just not arrive yet? No, I saw it, right? It's in the cell screen. New Sorpigal, we're in this page. The alien artifacts right here. So this is the new one. This might be their cloaking system, actually, right? Yeah, because this was the first UFO that was cloaked. So chances are this is their cloaking system. And I bet you we can't research that, now that I think about it, until the personal cloak is done. So we have to finish this, and then we can switch over maybe to the ship version. Now, I don't really plan on really equipping those either. I just don't think cloaking is terribly valuable for us. But, you know, we'll get there when we get there. Might have been smarter to focus on this so we had more things to research, but anyway. Okay, so all we need to do now is divvy up our fleet of ships. And this car and that Retaliator. And this is like the most dangerous side of the base because it's two dimension gauge side by side, so it's more likely to fight. Oh, hold on, it is paused. I'm gonna turn off the Justice launchers too, don't worry. I'm gonna remember this time. But yeah, it's more likely that side is gonna need reinforcements, so they get the first Retaliator for now, and then this side with just the one. I'm actually gonna park really close to it. If we can keep them out of the city, that'd be great. So let's before I forget, if you've got a really rare, like, low ammo type weapon... Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh yeah, they should be low to the ground and super aggressive. But yeah, we'll try to preserve our Justice missiles. If we take a couple pot shots with lasers at some cars, I don't care as much. But I don't want to waste my one Justice missile. Honestly, once I've got a good fleet of Retaliators, I might just keep a couple Hawks and sell all the bikes and cars. Just to make the management easier. It's probably not as powerful. Like, it's kind of a reduction to the Air Force. And I don't need the money that badly. But Lineage Plasma plus Medium Disruptor should be enough for the majority of our fights. And as we get more Retaliators, we'll be pretty tanky. And eventually we'll have the ultimate aircraft. And that'll cover everything else. This is fine for now, though. Don't get me wrong. Alright. Another day goes by. Another workshop complete. Alright. So, yeah, money. That Retaliator is going to take a couple more days. But we can start assigning engineers here. I should do the same thing, though, where I actually put, like, the good engineers in. And focus on them first, because crafting the ships takes so long. I'm pretty sure they're the most important, you know, skill-wise kind of thing. So we need 6 more engineers. I definitely did not have time to, you know, hire as many as I would like, but 2 more good ones will help. So our Toxigun production is going to go down a little bit for a short amount of time. Actually, 93, 92, that's not bad. Congratulations, you made it to the good team. And we still need 4 more, and that might just take a little while, so one of our production centers has gone down. Seeing as I don't even have enough money to start the next ship, we got to sell some stuff here. Thought I had tons of money, but it's already fallen apart. What I want to sell is spare Toxicants. So we did craft up quite a few of those. That'll definitely keep the budget going for now. Yep, we're back in the money. I think I already sold all of the alien junk, so we're pretty much, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to sell for now until we finish some of this research. And once this is done, we'll have new things to craft. All right, let's keep going. All right, disruptor armor complete. So this is your ultimate armor, and it's blue, so it's even cooler. A lightweight armor developed... Oh, I forgot to start the second Retaliator, didn't I? A lightweight armor developed by XCOM using alien disruption field technology. This offers superb protection and excellent mobility. It is very, very light. It's the lightest armor and the highest protection. The only downside is the body doesn't let you fly. So we generally won't be constructing the body part, but we'll build all the arms, legs, and helmets. And the negative here is you do have to craft them individually. You don't get to build sets. You go one at a time, and it can be a little bit of a pain sort of micromanaging how many of each you need to build. But eventually, our team will have, other than the torso, full sets of disruptor armor. It's a low priority because very little gets through the shields right now. But this does definitely keep your soldiers much better protected. So one thing that was a whoops, we wasted the last 12 hours or so. I forgot. Made my money, and then I forgot to come back here and say, hey, I'm going to want some more Retaliators, right? I want to have like 4 or so, and then I might switch over to building some shields. Just to make sure I got enough shields for everything. I think if we had 4 Retaliators, 2 per base with 3 medium disruptors and full banks of shields each, that should be enough to protect us for quite a while, especially if we keep the Hawks. And at that point, I might just sell, like, if I had essentially 4 Retaliators and 4 Hawks, I'm pretty sure I could sell the chaff craft, the bikes and the cars, because I don't think we would need them at that point. Probably. And we're only like maybe a week away from that now. The time just keeps flying by, and the UFO, the aliens are really like going surprisingly passive here. Oh, there is something we could do. I forgot. You know what we'll do? We'll do this. This will be fun. There's still no biochem, right? Okay, just double checking. Retaliator's on the way. Retaliator's on the way. I've got no more. I could have moved this over. This would have been smart, actually. Take this project and move it to the big lab, because that'll speed it up a little bit. And this one's still pretty low priority. It's in the slightly better lab anyway, so that's fine. Did I go past another day? I was supposed to buy engineers, wasn't I? One really good one and one kind of weak one. But no, what I want to show off, and this might cost me a little bit if there's a UFO attack soon, but I just want to show it off, and I figure this is a good thing to end the episode with. We haven't sent anything into the alien dimension ever. So let's find out what happens if you go to the alien dimension. We could have sent any of the earlier craft, the probe, the explorer, the biotransport. We could have sent any of those, but I didn't build any of those yet. Oh, where'd he go? I should have zoomed in. Yeah, he went into the portal and disappeared. What will happen? Well, we're gonna have to let the time go by. Should have waited a little bit. Just like constructing a vehicle. I should have waited till 23 hours, but it's okay. Okay, we finished learning about the advanced control system. So this is the best if you want to add accuracy to your missile weapons. I'm not sure if it's very valuable in practice. Again, we've already had some discussions about whether or not plus accuracy is better anyway. But if you do want it, this is the one to build, I guess. And there's nothing else to research. We're pretty much done research already. That's weird. I thought the aliens would sort of tech up. You know, they send some new species at us by now. So if you want to see... What am I doing? Crafting. Oh, I forgot to move these guys over too. I'm getting lazy here. Lazy man, Ankylo. Keep crafting that stuff. Except the whole point of this was to show off. Now we can craft all kinds of stuff. The large labs can make all the big craft weapons and the actual vehicles. But now we've got, in addition to the disruptor armor, where is it? Right. So the advanced control system. So it's not very expensive, $4,000. It's not the fastest thing you can construct, but you can build it in the small labs. I'm sure we'll build a couple eventually, especially if I start going disruptor bombs later on. We'll want to put... I don't want to give up too many shields, but I might give up like one slot of shields for a plus 50% accuracy and see if the disruptor bombs are worth it. But honestly, the shields are probably a better miscellaneous slot 9 times out of 10. Alright, so we made it through the day. We sent a ship through the UFO portal. What does that mean? Dun dun dun. Pause the game. Where is our ship? A little bit scary. Our vessel is right here. And this only craft that are built by XCOM can travel through these little dimension gates. If you send... I don't even know if you can, but if you tried... you might destroy any of your Marsec or Megapole vessels. So welcome to the alien dimension. There's a bunch of weird stuff. It's a whole new map. Look at this. And there are alien vessels around. Now, we might try to shoot a couple down, but we are just one ship here. And they've got probes, scouts. None of that's terribly dangerous. Transporter might be a little bit tough. Fast attack ship is the closest. It's pretty strong. And 2 unidentified UFOs that are invisible. If those get too close to us, I'm probably going to run. But if I can shoot down basically the attack ship, I will. Because it's right by the UFO. Now, there's some pros and cons to shooting ships down in the alien dimension. But that's okay. Also, in here, you don't really need to go to worry about low altitude in the alien dimension. Because you don't have to worry about friendly fire. You can blow everything up and it's no big deal. Shooting the cities is not the problem here. So let's see how we do for a little quick engagement. Took a few shots. Took its shields out pretty quick. Disruptor guns are pretty good. Got another hit, got another hit. So it's about halfway done. Our shields are about halfway. Where are the dangerous ships? They're not flying straight towards us. The aliens are being kind of coy, which is their mistake. Because our mighty Retaliator shall retaliate in force. Now, it would be better to send more than a single ship through here. But that's one dead UFO. And there's no missions for it. So, what we've essentially done here by destroying that is we've stopped it from coming through during an attack wave. The way the aliens sort of work is they craft their vehicles in this dimension. I think it's once a week they get some new ships. And then at somewhat random times, they come through the portals and attack us. If you come here, you can stop it by destroying all their ships, and then they can't do anything. The downside is you don't get missions out of it, so you'll never recover... Like, I wouldn't even really want to destroy both of these new UFOs, because I need to shoot them down and recover them in our city. If I shoot them down here, we don't get anything. But that doesn't mean I'm opposed to shooting down some stuff. And the fact that we took that first ship down is pretty good. So there happens to be an isolated probe over here. I'm totally okay with shooting that down. One less thing for us to accidentally hit our city with. You can also see the disruptors from... yeah, there we go. That was really good. We can see them from here. So then the next closest ship is one of these more powerful ones. I think we might be timed to flee, but maybe I'll try to shoot down another probe here if I can. Gotta keep an eye on the Retaliator's HP as well. But you can see, like, the disruptor cannons have really long range. Taking a couple hits here. Oh, yeah. So this guy, he might not be really strong enough to take on one of these ships on his own. So let's get out of there. Go to evasive. They've got some new weapons, basically. We haven't seen them yet. Anyway, we shot a couple ships down. I think that was definitely a successful adventure. Now, you may notice that it's a new day back in the city, and he has not returned yet. So the way it works is you probably shouldn't send anything into the portal until it's near the end of the day. Because if there's a UFO attack, you want your ships ready to shoot them down rather than, you know, in the alien dimension. So around 2300, send whatever you want to send in. At 2400 hours, you'll get the alien mission. But then you'll spend 1 day with them returning. So no matter what, you get 1 day without them. We got 2 days without them because I sent them in at a bad time. But it's okay. Let's see if there's any more engineers. It's a new day, right? I guess I could check for the researchers. I feel like it doesn't matter too much anymore. I don't think we're going to be bottlenecked by the strength of our researchers at this point in the game. Like, we've already caught up on all the main techs, so I'm not terribly stressed out about it. Engineers are a bit more important, especially because there's a lot of stuff to craft. Okay, so toxic guns are going. I should probably switch that over to disruptor armor pretty soon. I just wanted to make sure I had enough money to kind of build the retaliators I wanted to build. And I want to build one more retaliator as well once this next one's done. So let's sell off a few toxic guns again. Still crafting them up pretty fast. Price hasn't gone down yet. You can see I've actually sold. I also like this, like, role-playing wise. I like the idea of arming the city with toxic guns. These things are so good at shooting or killing aliens. Like, everyone should have a toxic gun in their home. Every woman should have a toxic gun in their purse. They don't even hurt humans very much. They're just especially good at killing aliens. Now, I mean, I'm not selling them the ammo right now because it's not really that valuable to sell. It's actually not bad. Maybe I should do some math here. 1400. It's a little bit more than a third, or a little bit less than a third, the price of a toxic gun. The construction price is the other key number. So, without clicking anything, just looking. The toxic gun costs 1200. We sell it for 23, so we make 1100 per sale. Type B ammo, we sell for 700. So it's 1100 profit versus 400 profit in a third the time. So we could do 3 of these and a little bit more per one of those. So if we're just trying to make money, $400 times 3 is 1200, plus a little bit more because it's slightly faster than that. So the toxic gun type B ammo is actually more profitable than the toxic guns by a small amount. So you know what that tells me? Let's switch her over to ammo production for a little while. It also helps my role playing. We've sold 100 guns to the city, so the demand for ammo should be really high. So let's start selling ammo to the city. And after I've made enough money that I'm satisfied, I will switch over to some fancy armor for you guys. Now, to be fair, one day we'll be finding toxin type C, but that's still a fair ways off. Alright, all workshops reassigned. And I suppose I should probably end the episode again, hey? Let's see if we can get through the day and have our Retaliator return. Is there anything really important? We're about to finish that. Build our second Retaliator. Third Retaliator's on the way. Not very much physics. Oh, right. So, this is the other main thing. One of the reasons I sent my Retaliator through there is to continue the technology. So it's not a biochemistry research yet. But now that we've been to the alien dimension, let's start learning about it. Again, we could have done this with the probe, the dimension probe, but you know, why bother building that when you just go straight to the Retaliators, basically. There we go. I forgot to start that up. Uh-oh. Here I was thinking we could get to the end of the day. So unfortunately, we get a UFO attack without the Retaliator, which is disappointing. But you can see it'll probably be the UFOs that we saw in the alien dimension. So I'm expecting a transporter and a couple of those new ones. And some useless ones. Is that it? They didn't even send the ones I wanted them to send? Ugh, cheapskates. Alright, well, this should be pretty easy. These are all fairly low-tech UFOs, unfortunately. I'm going to use the full power of my Air Force, but let's just say I'm not that impressed. I think that's in the other group, technically, right? Alright, so everyone go after the big guy, if you can call it big, first. And then we'll use lasers and stuff to destroy the probes. It should be it. This will be so easy. Unless more show up. Wipe him out. Okay, I saw that guy dropping off some friends. Kind of don't want him to escape. Shoot him down. That one's already destroyed. You shoot this guy down. Hover car. Oh no! Because we're so close to the combat, we actually took a little bit of damage. That's kind of the problem with docking your ships so close to the alien portal. So that'll happen a little bit now and then. Okay, stop that. Alright, we missed that one. This guy's not going to escape. Alright, well, it wasn't perfect. I don't think I lost any craft. Certainly we spent some missiles and stuff. This is why, like, these little fleets, I probably should just send the Valahawk or the actual strong ships, because they could handle this. We don't really need the little escorts. But I do need to remember General Metro, we're going to have a mission there. So we've got at least one infiltration mission, a shot-down transporter. This is just a pickup, and then that'll clear that out. So that's actually pretty easy. This should just be one episode, and then we can continue making progress. I'm a little bit annoyed that they didn't send the good UFOs. Like, I want to start... Like, we're actually running out of tech now. I want to start progressing some of the end game technology. But I need the better UFOs to show up, and the new alien species to show up before we can really do that. And oddly enough, the last 7 to 10 days of game time... Maybe even 2 weeks, we'll say. The last 2 weeks or so, the aliens have really stopped sending forces at us. It's weird. Like, we had such a long stretch in the early game where it was just every day, huge attack, and we were just barely fending them off. And then it's like, the aliens are like, you know what? We're just going to take a vacation. I'll see you in a month. And that's giving me a chance to tech up. And it's going to make the end game pretty easy, comparatively, because if they give us much more time, we're just going to be stacked with Retaliators, with disruptor cannon, shields, and our ground forces are all going to have... They've already got the Toxigun. They'll have shields. They'll have... Like, it won't be too long. We'll have full sets of disruptor armor. The aliens aren't even going to have a chance. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's kind of odd that it's so front-loaded with the difficulty. The first couple of weeks are really, really tough. You get hundreds of missions almost. And then now that we're this far in, it's like, we'll slow down. It's fine. Nothing to worry about. We'll take a break. I'm sure the humans won't figure us out now. Anyway, we'll deal with some missions next episode. So thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed our sneak peek into the alien dimension. We're going to start attacking the alien dimension before too long, and hopefully teching up towards the end game. See you guys next time, and have a great day.